Lots of exciting things happening hopefully this week. Now I'm going to play with these. So excited about pens. Good morning. I've got to scoot off in a second because I'm going to go meet a guy in town over a coffee, always good. We're suggested that we should try and meet up with each other via a mutual friend. He runs a digital marketing agency. He's sort of quite local and similar age, and they thought that me being able to do graphic design might be quite useful. He's also quite big into networking in the local area, so he'd be quite a useful person to know, to be introduced to more people and working nearby and finding out a bit more about what people do. So I'm going to try. It's such a sunny day, I'm going to actually try and walk into town, and that means I need to really crack on. So gotta go. Got back from the meeting and it went really well, all is good. I've been suitably caffeinated for the day to get on with the tasks. I met this guy Joe, good name. It was really cool because it's always nice to meet people who are working for themselves or work from home, especially in a sort of small town area like this. You don't actually have that many opportunities to meet people who are in a sort of similar situation to you, so that was really cool. And he's just organising a networking event for tomorrow evening, so hopefully I'm going to go to that. We also had a little chat about co-working spaces in the area. If you work from home a lot, it's just so nice to actually be able to get out from the flat a little bit, otherwise you can just sort of camp in for days and days, which is not healthy and it does make you feel a little bit strange. He does social media marketing and SEO, so work with Google and Facebook ads and actually just updating people's social media profiles with targeted content. He's a useful person to know because a lot of people do ask sometimes with the work that I do in terms of graphic design and creating graphics for sort of social media promotion, whether I actually do the social media promotion as well, which I don't, so always useful to know someone who can do that. And also for him to know what I do was really useful because I can produce custom graphics and marketing materials for people to promote. So that's really cool, but I need to kind of get on with the task for the day. I've got a to-do list as long as my arm, short arms, but I've got small handwriting, so it goes on, and it's a good sunny day, good start, and lots of exciting things happening hopefully this week, so it'll be fun to keep you updated. I've got my parents coming over for lunch today, so what I'm going to do is do some work this morning before they arrive, tidy up and be a good daughter and maybe research a few nice places nearby that we can go for lunch. Also check out what those venues' chalkboard situation might be and see if I can find some places that could potentially be clients and just go have a bit of a recce, see what they look like, and that puts me in a quite a good position to maybe approach them at a later date and say, you know, we came for lunch here recently with my parents, noticed a lovely food, lovely place, did notice that your chalkboards might need a bit of work, I could potentially help. So hopefully it's going to be a good day where I get both lunch and potentially new clients, so we'll see how that goes. Spotted some chalkboards. Potential for a lot of work here, so I'm definitely going to be getting in touch with these guys later on. Today is an exciting day. I ordered some more pens and these arrived, so I'm quite excited. I've got a whole lot of new pens to play with. What have we got? Oh my god. So these are quite exciting because I've never used these before. I've found out the brand of pen that I use, Sig Posterman, has also got a black chalkboard pen, so I'm going to see how that works out for adding details, whereas I've been using a Sharpie before. I'm hoping these will be better because they won't have the same kind of sheen to them, they'll have a slightly more matte finish, which would be better. And look at the size of this! Oh my god! That's like a 1.5mm tip, so that's like the size of the standard like 2mm tip. I'm not sure if it's even going to fit in a chalkboard box. That's going to be so cool to try and use. I can't wait to play with that. So also I wanted to try out a different brand of pen, like I know the Posca pens are also quite popular. And these are really nice because these are like super fine nib ones. So these are 0.7 millimeters. So the finest pen that I have at the moment is 1 mil. So, ooh, that's like almost like a micron pen, but really fine nib. And that's the difference between the two that I currently use. That'll be interesting to see how well that works, and if I can do kind of fine details and more elaborate lines, that'll be really quite good fun. And I've got a silver one as well, because I've not really used silver much in my work because I haven't had a pen. So that'll be quite interesting to add a bit more, a little diversity. And just there's so many cool pens in here, but this is the one I was really excited about. It's huge. Like this is actually the width of this. If you can see, it's, how do I open this? Oh god, they child-proofed it. Might not be able to get in. There we go. That's a 30mm width pen. The nib's slightly curved and tapered, so it just means that if I wanted to, I can get a finer line as well. So that'd be quite cool for doing things like black letter style writing and just doing really massive lines, which would be quite fun. So I really want to try that. Oh, I'm so happy. Stationery is so exciting. I really want to have a go with this. Some of the new ones I've not used before as well, because I really want to test those out. However, before I can do that, I've just freshly painted this chalkboard. So what I need to do is prime and season it, and that's because chalkboard paint is actually quite porous, particularly if you're using dry chalks like this. If you start writing on it directly without priming it first or seasoning it first, you will get kind of like a ghost line. This chalk will basically absorb into the paint and you won't be able to rub it out, so you'll always have like a ghost line even after you rub it out and erase it. So I'm going to prime board first. To prime a new freshly painted chalkboard, what you need to do is obviously make sure the paint's fully dried. Then in vertical strokes, cover the surface of the board. I think the thing was not to use anti-dust chalks on this, because you do actually want, what you want is the dust to go in, be absorbed by the paint, so that more chalk can't be absorbed on top of that. Then when you've done everything vertically, you do the same horizontally. Once you've done that, you get either a cloth or a chalk eraser and give it a good rub. And we have our seasoned board. Don't wear predominantly black clothes when you're doing this. Top tip, be prepared it's going to be a bit dusty as well, so that you can either hoover or clean fairly easily afterwards. Right, now I'm going to play with these. So excited about pens. I've printed out nice black letter B for reference. I have no idea how this is going to go because I've not used these pens before, but I sort of try them out to see how they work and how they feel, and kind of start getting used to them. I've genuinely never used these before, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It's good to go. It's a bit of a random letter. I was just trying to do as much as possible so I could test out different pens and see what they were like, but I'm really happy about these, and I think particularly these black ones are going to be really useful for refining edges and lines because they dry matte, which the Sharpie pen doesn't. It's always got a slight shine to it, so these are fantastic. I'm really happy I got these. These thicker pens as well are really, really good fun. I've combined them with the finer ones to refine the edges, so quite excited to see what else I can do.